In the clamor of the modern world, where words are cheap and opinions are shouted into the void, silence emerges not as weakness, but as a formidable force. Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher of strength and self-overcoming, understood this well. To wield silence is to master the art of psychological dominance, to rise above the petty noise of the herd. Here are 5 Nietzschean reasons why silence is power. 1. Silence as a mark of superiority. Nietzsche spoke of the Übermensch, the one who transcends the mediocrity of the crowd. The weak chatter endlessly, seeking validation, while the strong observe, measure, and speak only when their words carry weight. Silence is the posture of the sovereign individual, the one who does not need to prove himself through idle talk. In withholding speech, you force others to question, to wonder, to listen. When you finally choose to break your silence, your words strike with the force of thunder. 2. Silence reveals the folly of others. Nietzsche wrote in Beyond Good and Evil, "Silence is worse. All truths that are kept silent become poisonous. But this poison is not for the silent. It is for those who cannot endure stillness." When you refuse to engage in every trivial debate, when you do not rush to defend or explain yourself, the insecure reveal themselves. They fill the void with their anxieties, their need for approval, their desperation to be heard. Your silence exposes their weakness. 3. Silence is the weapon of the will to power. Power does not announce itself, it acts. The loudest in the room are often the least dangerous. True power lies in the ability to withhold, to conserve energy, to strike only when the moment demands it. Nietzsche's philosophy teaches that strength is not in reaction, but in controlled action. Silence is the pause before the decisive move, the predator's stillness before the kill. 4. Silence guards the depths of the soul. Nietzsche warned against the vulgarity of exposing one's inner world to just anyone. Are you genuine, or merely an actor, a representative, or that which is represented? In the end, you might even be an imitation of an actor. The more you speak, the more you dilute your essence. Silence preserves the mystery of your being. It keeps the rabble from trampling over your sacred thoughts. Only in silence can the profoundest ideas gestate, far from the noise of the marketplace. 5. Silence is the ultimate contempt for the herd. The herd fears silence because it cannot manipulate what it does not understand. Gossip, outrage, and empty discourse are the tools of the weak, who seek to drag others into their pettiness. But the Nietzschean individual refuses to play their game. To remain silent in the face of stupidity is to deny it recognition. It is to say, "You are not worth my words." And in that refusal, you assert your dominance. Conclusion: the sovereign silence. Nietzsche's philosophy teaches us that true power is not in volume, but in restraint. Silence is the weapon of the strong, the refuge of the deep, and the unmasking of the weak. Master it, and you master the room without uttering a word. He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. That is the nature of living creatures. Thus spoke Zarathustra.